Welcome back into Sports Connection. Joining us here now is the Lady Raiders soccer squad. Jaeleigh Childers, Deca Burr, and head coach Will Eller. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Doing all right, good.
Good.
Well, let's just jump right into it. This season, I think it's 13-1 on the year, 14-1, 13-1 on the year. Started off 12-0. Coach, we'll just start with you. What were your expectations coming into this year, and did you expect such a great start like that?
We knew going in that we had a good group of players, and we knew that we'd be able to score some goals this year with the attack that we had. But I did not expect us to be, 12-0 going into 13-1 now. So that was a little bit beyond expectation.
My first question's for the immortal Deca Burr. I think I insulted her before we got on air because I was like, did you have 6 goals in a game the other day? She said, I've had 7. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I wanted to ask you, is it, was it a comet passing through the solar system and you got some kind of superpowers? I don't know, like Spider-Man got bit by a spider. I don't know. You're just amazing out there. And anybody who knows me, and if I mention anything soccer, they're like, Deca Burr, Deca Burr. So that's pretty cool in itself, but yeah, what is it like? I mean, do you get juiced up pre-game, or does your adrenaline start going right out of the gate? I mean, what fires up Deca Burr?
A good warm-up, pretty much. I know whenever my shots are on target during warm-ups, then it's going to be a good game, and my shots were just on target that game.
That game, it must be every game. I mean, I believe last season was 50-something goals. This season, I believe, is around 48 or so right now. Just, this is kind of like a dumb question, I say, but, do you just feel like, teams don't game plan enough for you all, for your attack, for you to be able to score this many goals in a few amount of games? What do you see out there?
They definitely plan. They do. Some teams better than others, but you have to do what you have to do, and going out there and playing as hard as you can, I can, score on anyone.
Well, let's don't forget about the shutdown goalie over here. What you think it's helped you, practicing, being around her? You're having to, go get the best.
Yeah, for sure, because in practice she shoots on me. Like, we send the JV goalie down to the other goal. So I just have Deca shooting at me the whole time. So that definitely helps me out a lot.
But you get some smack talk in there sometimes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Coach, you just had the 2A tournament this past week. What was that experience like for you all going down and playing up against those teams and that throughout the tournament?
It was a special event for us, and to be able to go that far, and then toward the end we started running into teams we'd never played before in Estill County, and then Lexington Catholic, who I'm pretty sure will be the #1 team in the state this week when the coaches poll comes out. So it was a great experience for us and our team, and we were excited to be there and represent our school.
Jaeleigh, for you, for most of those games, it was shutouts for you. 0 goals for almost every single game up until the championship. What was your experience like in playing up against different teams that you haven't seen before?
It's kind of different because they shoot from different angles and stuff, and you never really know what you're gonna get until during the game. We just have to adjust and be ready.
Coach, every year is a new season. You'll have familiar faces. You lose faces. You lose people. Who's maybe some of the underclassmen that have kind of stepped up and found a role?
Well, we've had we knew going in this year that we would be good in the attack, and you've got players like Abby Rigsby, who's a junior, who delivers a lot of assists. Zoe Witherspoon, who's a freshman, who is second on the team and scoring goals, and I think helps take some of the pressure off of Deca and some of the other players too with what Zoe can do. And then we've got some good defenders and midfielders that are winning every ball and really working their socks off to keep us competitive in every game we're in.
Because I want to ask you, last year, Warren East transitioned to the 15th district. What was that like for you? What was your reaction to that? And, what was it like? How has it been like for you now dealing with the new district?
We were excited last year and this year. We had always played Barron and Glasgow and those teams and had good rivalries with those teams in the past. So to be able to play them and it have that little extra meaning to it and to be able to do those things, and so far we're one district championship in, and we always hope to work and win another one. So that's where we're at with.
All right, so I want to know what the atmosphere is on the road trips in the bus? I mean, in the locker room, do you guys cut up a lot, or you get serious, or what's the demeanor of the team?
We pretty much have, like, when the starters get on the field, we have our same, like, pep talk, and I think that is kind of what gets everyone, like, going. Yeah, we have a good warm-up, but that pep talk before is what gets us really going.
You know, this team has been so dangerous throughout this year. I mean, multiple games were scoring 5 or more goals. Jaeleigh, what would you say makes this team so dangerous?
We know how to work together. Like, on and off the field, we were always talking and stuff, so that really helps us, like, know how to talk to each other on the field and where to move and know how to work together to, like, score goals or, like, keep the ball away from the goal and stuff.
Well, I wanted to know, you have 1 loss on the season, which was in that 2A championship game. You know, what did you learn from that, Deca, that you can use towards the rest of the season?
Keep your head up, keep pushing, no matter the score. Like, we can still play with anyone. That was just a bad game, but we could roll with anyone, and you just gotta keep pushing through everything, keep working.
And as we head to these, you know, the back half of the season here, I mean, last 7 games or so, you know, Coach, what are the expectations for the rest of this regular season as we head into, you know, district play and district tournament time and region tournament time?
You know, we want to continue. Our big thing this year has been the most important game is the next one ahead of us. So that's the same way we'll follow through as we go into district play and hopefully into the region. And you know, it's to keep outworking our opponents. That's the first thing. That's the one thing that we can control that they have no control over is how hard we work. And if we continue to do those things and our attack keeps going and our defense stays as stout as it's been, we're hoping to make another region appearance this year.
Absolutely. Deca, I'm going to add the last question for you. You know, to call this season a successful season, what would have to happen for you to be like, all right, this was a successful season for us?
At the beginning of every season, I've set a goal for myself to score a certain amount of goals. Last year, I just wanted to beat the school record, which was like 30-something. And
you did way more than that.
I exceeded that pretty much. So this year, a successful season for me is 1, district champs, and 2, beating my own record.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you heard it here first. She's going for 60 goals this season. Well, we'll see if she can get that far. Well, we just want to appreciate you guys for coming here. Thank you. We're sure to get out to some Lady Raiders soccer games here as district tournament time is around the corner. But thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. We have more Sports Connection right after the break.